Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Beth, here to help you fulfill your potential in meditation. As most of you know, I don't have just one method that I teach to everybody, like one size fits all. Instead, I much prefer to teach people one-on-one. And the reason is that you're all different. So please use these videos as a guideline, and if there's anything that isn't quite working for you or anything that doesn't quite fit, then be in touch and I'll be more than happy to discuss those things with you one-on-one. Today's video is about what Nibbana is and what Nibbana isn't. Now, in the Pali texts, we hear Nibbana described in all sorts of ways, as the highest happiness, the deepest peace, the deathless, the end of all suffering. It sounds great, and it's the goal of our meditation practice, so it's important that we understand what it is. Most importantly, we need to understand that Nibbana is not a type of happiness or peace born of getting what we want. It's not a nice state that we grab hold of and hang on to forever. It's not a happy place where we go forever. Rather, Nibbana is a type of peace and happiness born of renunciation, born of letting go. So, in our meditation practice, we start by renouncing or letting go of more and more things that we're attached to. Things like our thoughts and our logic, the five senses, the body. We start to renounce these really big, heavy things that we're attached to. And as we let them go, as we renounce them, as we can put them down, we realize that we feel better and better. Now, that process continues until we realize that even our own consciousness, even our own happiness, even the joy, even the tranquility are all types of suffering. They are all coarse in comparison to the peace that would be there in their absence. When we've fully renounced any trace of materiality and mentality, including consciousness, joy, happiness, the result will be Nibbana. Nibbana is the absence of any trace of materiality and mentality. In fact, the Pali word Nibbana means to extinguish. In the same way that a candle would be extinguished, it would just go out. So too, when materiality and mentality is extinguished, we experience Nibbana. Now, it can be quite difficult to understand why that would be a good thing when we are still taking aspects of materiality and mentality to be self. If we think, hang on a minute, but I am this consciousness, where will I go when there's no consciousness? Or this happiness, this joy is mine. How can I feel happy if there's no happiness? It's difficult to understand why Nibbana is a good idea. And this is why the teachings of non-self are so central to the teachings of the Buddha. When we understand that all of materiality and mentality is not me, it's not mine, then eventually we will be happy to let go of it and we'll be happy to experience that deep peace of Nibbana. So that's what I have to say today about what Nibbana is and what Nibbana is not. Again, it is not a happiness born of getting something nice and holding onto it for a long time. It is not a peaceful, happy place where we go forever. Rather, it is a state born of renouncing everything, even consciousness. If there's anything that's unclear to you or anything that you're unsure about, then please feel free to be in touch with me and I'll be more than happy to discuss the details with you one-on-one. But now's the time to get off of those screens, get onto the cushions. Let's actually do some practice. We can't attain Nibbana through watching YouTube videos. Instead, we actually have to do some meditation. As most of you know, I do all of my work on a donation basis. So I encourage you to support me either through Patreon or through my website so that I can continue to make these videos. Thank you so much for your support. Wishing you the best with your meditation.